Okay, good evening, folks. Dr. Freedom here with you. Time for some Doctor Who news. News from in and around the universe that may or may not affect you on some level that may tickle your funny bone and may even leave you spiritually enlightened. But, okay, as you all know, there's been a lot of hubbub going around ever since Radio Free Skaro had their podcast with Michael Pickwood on board. And there's been articles flying around fast and furious like mad, and it's just gotten to be crazy. People have become so paranoid about Series 10, what's going to happen with it, what's going to go on with it, that it seems like maybe you should worry about making your house payment first. Okay, it's just, it's just gotten a little bit weird. Okay, let's go ahead. We'll start off with that and get it out of the way. Okay, now this is Den of Geeks' take on the whole thing. And one of the things that I love that they put in here, and of course, once again, note the question mark. Now, okay, adding to the rumor fire, Doctor Who's incumbent production designer Michael Pickwood has revealed that Series 10 of the BBC spacefaring family drama will enter production a little later than usual. According to Pickwood, in conversation with the fan podcast Radio Free Skaro, his work on Series 10 won't begin until February or March of 2016. Providing a stark comparison, Series 9 had already started shooting in January of 2015. Now, Pickwood, who joined Who in 2010, starting with A Christmas Carol, said this of his upcoming work in season 10. He goes, well, that won't start until, well into the new year. It doesn't start shooting for a short while. And so it will be, probably February, March before we start getting into the next one. Now, he also said that his start date could be a couple of months prior to shooting, before backtracking a little and suggesting that such a situation might be a luxury. These statements have led to some websites to speculate, let me say that again one more time so it sinks in, to speculate that Series 10 won't go in front of the cameras until May of 2016. Now, here's the thing. He didn't say his work was starting. He goes, it'll also probably be February or March before we start getting on to the next one. Now, is he referring to when he starts or when they start? You see what I mean? See how this gets started? And one of the key things you should make note of, and it's right here. Oh, heck it. I just went right past it, didn't I? All right. Here's the key line. But it's worth noting that Pickwood didn't say the words May or 2016 at any stage in the interview. You see what I mean? It's all everybody running around, yanking their hairs out over probably nothing. Oh man, you just see how this stuff gets started, the misinformation, the bullshit. This is how it starts flying. I'm not kidding. It's like somebody tosses a big blob of feces to a bunch of orangutans in the monkey part of the zoo, and then they start throwing it around till something sticks on a window and everybody looks at it and goes, it must be true. It's got nuggets in it. I don't know. Oh man. I just painted a very bad picture. Okay, moving on. Okay, jumping on over to Doctor Who TV, closed off Doctor Who New Companion and later filming. And once again, this is what's going on, and they're taking the high road on it again. But all right, here we go. Well, the low road, I should say. Series 10 has been discussed in press interviews and blah, blah, blah. Peter Capaldi hinted at events of the final few episodes of the Series 9 that will leave the Doctor in a way that may lead him back to being a more cynical and closed-off Doctor next year. Now, Capaldi told the press via, it's been nice to see him more cheerful, but of course, as the whole of Series 9 develops, more terrible things happen. So, in fact, I think by the end, he's going, oh, man, I was right. I should have remained cynical and closed off and suspicious. If you've been following this Doctor, you've seen him go through all those different colors and all those different places. So where he goes now in Series 10, I don't know, but he has been put through the mill, end quote. Now, he's also put out his his hopes, revealed his hopes for a new companion, hoping for someone more earthy. He goes, it's one of those things I loved about Billie Piper. That was a very new thing in Doctor Who, to have somebody who lived on an estate, had a much earthier sound to their voice. I mean, I love Jenna. I'm really sad that she's gone, and I feel quite bad discussing the possibility of someone else. But so it's no reflection on her, but I think it might be interesting to have somebody who's a little more earthy, end quote. Now, and then he goes into Moffat about Osgood taking on the role and all that. So I love this. And despite last week's comments about Clara being gone forever, Moffat also added, you can never say that someone can never come back. They always can, because it's a show about time travel, so it's entirely possible. Yeah, tell that to the fans of Amy and Rory when you stuck them in fixed time. Sorry about that. I had to throw that in. A little mean. Okay, publicity for Sleep No More. If you didn't get the images yesterday from where I put them up from, on Doctor Who TV, here's some beautiful ones as well. Same ones basically, but they also include the air schedule. So if you need to, know where you are in the world, where Doctor Who's going to air, what time and whatnot, boom, here's a nice little schedule for you. They'll cover most of your, viewing needs. All right, moving on. Titan announced a new Fourth Doctor comic book series. That's correct, folks. Titan Comics and BBC Worldwide have announced a brand new miniseries starring the Fourth Doctor and Sarah Jane Smith, as played by Tom Baker and the late Elizabeth Sladen. The series expands on Titan Comics' popular and critically acclaimed Doctor Who comics line, which already includes adventures from the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th Doctors. Entitled Gaze of the Medusa, the 5-part series will hit stores in March of 2016 and will be penned by Gordon Rennie and Emma Beebe. Okay. Sorry about my contact slipping. Oh, man. All right. With art by Brian Williamson. All new adventure is set in Victorian England, where a mysterious woman commands a hidden army in a house of the blind. Skyclops stalk the streets, and something alien and terrible screams from prehistory with a hunger that cannot be satisfied. Issue 1 will come with 6 covers to collect. A painted cover by fan favorite artist Alex Zhang, photo variant, covers by artists Brian Williamson, Jay Gunn, and Matt Baxter, and of course the blank sketch variant, which they don't picture here, but just figure it's blank, okay? Doctor Who, the Fourth Doctor, number 1, debuts in comic stores and on digital devices from March of 2016. So keep your eyes on that, especially you big friends, friends and fans of Tom Baker. There you go. Moving on to Doctor Who, here's the introduction for Sleep No More. Nice little video. Please be sure to watch it. It's a nice, nice little chiller. David Tennant is like a devil in the new, is like an evil version of the Doctor. Almost said the devil. I don't know why. In the new Jessica Jones footage. This is the new trailer clip for the series coming out on Netflix, Jessica Jones, basically based around a Marvel character. It's gonna be running along with Daredevil, but oh god, sorry, I'm just tripping over my brain. David Tennant plays the Purple Man, who is quite a dastardly evil bastard. I'm not kidding. From just what I'm seeing on the clips, I'm looking forward to see him go villain again. Hell, last time we saw him go villain was in Harry Potter, and that was what's his name, Barty Crouch Jr. Big deal. All right. Do these new Doctor Who Sleep No More pictures hint at Clara's fate? And this is just a little bit of speculation here by the Radio Times. But basically it's the same pictures, but they throw in just a wee bit of speculation here. I figure you might want to take a look at it. Okay, now I've read through this. It's not too spoilery, and this is somebody who went to the New York City premiere of Sleep No More, and it throws you quite a few hints. Here we go. Let's go through it real quick. The episode is incredibly atmospheric, but you can tell it probably has the lowest budget out of all the episodes of the series. However, production design is still very well done, especially the lighting. Still just has a lot of big, long corridors, though, of course. The concept behind the monster is incredibly creepy and silly simultaneously. As Gatiss put it, it's taken from a very simple thing that all people do, and don't think about it when they do it. How wonderfully terrifying would it be if that unknowing small gesture was what was saving your life? The supporting cast are terrific and pretty well defined as their own characters, more so than most of the Under the Lake and Before the Flood folks. The whole found footage concept is done incredibly well, and it definitely does not feel like it's just some tacked on idea to the existing script, as you'll see. On that note, Gatiss talked about, because of the way it's shot, good editing was crucial, because otherwise it would have ended up looking like a bad, cheap home movie. But thankfully, the editing and cinematography are great and really give you a sense that you're right there in the thick of it. I love that thick of it. With the Doctor and Clara. A few great twists in the Doctor and Clara's relationship is spectacular, and it is the most horrifying ending of any New Who episode, period. And she gives, this person here gives her rating and blah, blah, blah. But interesting, nice little, sum up, and it's not spoilery. That's what I love about it. Okay, this is where you may want to turn off your monitors. Don't read that line on the screen. This was an article that went up on Hypable that was taken down. And fortunately for us, somebody Google cached it. So it may not be there for long. I'm going to put the link up anyway. But in case you're, going to miss it there, that's why another reason why I'm glad I'm scanning it in right here, right now with you. Doctor Who theory, turn back now. Don't look at the screen. Clara is actually dead. And I was reading through this and found it very, very intriguing, because I think part of the speculation is that, and I'm going to leave this for you to read, I'm not going to go into it myself, but basically what they're saying is either Clara has already died and the Doctor has gone back and is having these adventures with her over the course of Series 9 prior to her death. And that's why, he's been acting incredibly sentimental towards her and all that, because he knows she's going to die in a future time. And that's why he's been acting strange, acting like overly happy. Like, remember when she turned up alive back in a Shielders village, all the way back in the girl who died? It may be the reason why he ran up and hugged her uncharacteristically is because of the fact that if she had died at that time, there would have been a major temporal paradox. And all right, hang on, let's run through just real quick, just give you an idea. Okay, Death in the Dalek, they're saying basically could it be that Clara had actually was killed inside the Dalek and blah blah blah, or somehow disabled? Underwater mystery. The Doctor leaves Clara to go back and research the history of the underwater town. In the process, creates a huge paradox. So the paradox by meeting himself. He usually doesn't take such risks. On top of that, he's also quite clear on Clara having to stay alive. He's doing all this for Clara to survive. Is she on life support in the future? What's going on? The Ashilder factor. They brought that up, that normally he would not bestow immortality upon anybody, yet he does for her. Is she the cause of Clara's death or witness to the Doctor's sadness? And of course, this little bit between Osgood and all that. At one point during the Zygon version, Osgood asked the Doctor if he thinks Clara is dead. She obviously means it in regards to their present timeline, but that is not how. But is that how he takes it? Later on, Clara, who we are led to believe is a punctual control freak, seems unaware of how much time has elapsed during the Zygon pod period. She says 3 days. The Doctor says 5 months. Something is going on. So I'm beginning to wonder if Clara is actually already died. And that's why the Doctor's being soft, is because he's constantly going back and he's having these adventures with her across Series 9 because he cannot let her go. It's a very interesting theory, and I thought it was very strange because normally articles don't just get pulled down willy-nilly. But it is a good theory, and it's very, very sound, very well thought out. But like I said, I'm going to leave the link for you here to the Google cache where it's at. Otherwise, you're going to have to come here and read it for yourself. Slow down, pause where you need, and blah blah blah. Because this was somebody cached this because it's no longer in existence. It's off hypeable. It's gone. But okay, I got to get out of here because I've been rambling off at the mouth. Remember, take care. Don't run off at the and have panic attacks yet. As we get more details on what's going on with Series 10, I'll pass it on to you. Like I said, don't go grabbing your pitchforks, your torches, and running for Rothlock. Remember, don't believe it unless you hear from the Beeb. Remember, originally they were telling you weren't getting a series at all next year. So, you got to watch out who you got to watch, look, and listen, just like when you're going to cross the road or jump across the railroad track. Oh, well, I'm getting out of here before I ran on a little more. So take care, Tata. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye, folks.